You're now watching The Wash Daily. Today in news, Illinois has been doing a great job of making up for past wrongs by the illegal war on drugs and against cannabis activity. One thing they've done is they've expunged records of like 11,000 cannabis users, and now they're using $31 million that they've gotten state cannabis revenue to put back into areas that have been disproportionately affected by the war on drugs. And they're making it available to folks in those areas, grants and all kinds of things. And they're helping them to get grants available as starter money. So it's good news. Small businesses start up, and some of them are cannabis businesses. So it's great work happening in Illinois, and it's a great use of cannabis revenue. Also in the news, during this pandemic, a lot of people are encouraging growing cannabis. Now, one thing is there's talk in the news of looming meat shortages and potential food shortages. So if people are growing their own food, they're in a much better situation than if they're reliant only on grocery stores to get those food items. And growing cannabis in one's house technically is a food item. Cannabis is one of the most healthy items to eat in terms of seeds and stalks, although many cannabis users aren't going to be producing many seeds, at least not if they can help it. So if we're only looking toward ourselves to solve our problems, we'll do much better than if we don't have ourselves to rely on. Also in news, there was a survey done, and people who are in legal states, they were asked whether or not they viewed cannabis legalization as being favorable or has it worked out or not. It turns out the majority of people who live in states that had legal cannabis found it as being favorable. In fact, the surveys done prior to legalization on those states, whether or not people were in favor of legalizing cannabis, and it turns out the number of people who are in favor of cannabis has grown since those results were taken, suggesting that people are changing their minds about cannabis, and the data suggests that it happens over time, and after states like Colorado and California who have had legal cannabis for a while, and people are able to see the benefits, things they were worried about don't seem to be happening, and the states end up doing better, they end up having more money and be able to do more programs. Also, there's a decrease in drug use by the youth when they have legal cannabis available, and a reduction in people who are addicted to opiates in states that have legal cannabis. Also, the number of people who are drinking alcohol is reduced in those states as well, suggesting that cannabis is an alternative to alcohol, which is known to be very damaging to the human body, isn't really what people are looking for. When offered the choice, they tend to opt for cannabis. Thanks for watching The Wash Daily.